Hello YouTube and welcome to a very different type of video here today. Haven't actually shown much of the web app for reasons that I don't really do much trading, but on the episode it's just a bit of a discussion, and we are live on Twitch. You can see that the chat is there as well. I'm still a little bit under the weather, so bear with me today, but to start off with, it's pretty much this is the end for our road to glory. I think for a considerable amount of time. You can see on screen we've got the team there. You just can't see Petr in goal, which is a little bit disappointing, but it doesn't matter. I'm just at a point with this game. So you can see we've got Messi, we've got Mbappe, we've got Jonathan David, we've got Patrick Vieira. As a road to glory that doesn't invest money into the game, you're at a point where you can't grind. There's nothing to play towards. As a content creator, it's very hard to produce authentic content in a market that's so saturated by pack rewards, packs, big players. Hullets, Vieiras, prime moments, Ronaldos, and Eusebios, and I just got to a point where I wasn't enjoying making content for FIFA because all it was a Thursday rewards video and a weekend Foot Champs sort of run through or gameplay. So it's sad because I'm at a point with this game that I've grown up with. It's been a part of my life for a very long time, and I don't enjoy playing it, which is really disappointing. I felt like the winter promo gave me some hope. And let me know if you're in the chat here as well. Let me know if you agree with any of these points. We won't add anything. And if you're in the comments, whack them in the comments as well. Because I felt like with the tokens, with lots of different gameplay things outside of Rivals and Foot Champions, that it gave lots of people lots of reasons to play the game. And it was almost people were asking me, do you think they've turned a corner? And there's always that one promo every single year. And it's always around Christmas time that they put more effort into the game because there's a newer audience and a newer market that end up being on the game at the same time. So I sort of had my reservations around what was going to happen after the winter wildcards, and exactly what I thought would happen has happened. And we go back into content of just packs, trying to get headliners, and they throw in Mbappe straight away after in a Van Dijk, as soon as everyone's obviously spent their money trying to work towards packs for winter refresh or winter wildcard. Sorry, I really didn't agree with them putting a grindable token in a pack as well. And although it costs $4 for the pack, the actual imagery of that and the thought behind that was so just greedy that they can't put that token as an SBC. It just didn't make any sense to me. The game is so heavy on what team you've got. That spoke more to me than anything else that they've done recently, which is really sad. Again, with our team, you can see that we've got such a strong team now on the road to glory, which I'm proud to say is a road to glory team with 1 million coins worth of equity. But for me to make that next jump with the team is impossible because it's going to cost me 1.5-2 million coins each player. So without getting extremely lucky from Foot Champions rewards, which, on screen you see we got Kevin De Bruyne, there's not much else, there for us with regards to why I should play 20 games a week, potentially to get nothing, or to get, some 85s, 86 cards that will go to an SBC that, the card will be irrelevant in 2 weeks' time because of a new promo. So for me, I'm just at a point with this game where EA clearly don't invest in their community to really promote their game. I feel like it's the bottom line when it comes to income is so strong for a company. And as someone that's trying to start up my own business, it's commendable to see the strength of EA as a business. But when you're talking about customer satisfaction, and a lot of things I'm seeing on Twitter at the moment are about people's accounts getting hacked, and it's just got to a point where I can't ethically play FIFA willingly anymore because there's no incentive from the content guys. There's no incentive from the head honchos. So for me, it's just got to a point where, number one, I don't feel not comfortable. I don't feel like I can make unique content on Ultimate Team without investing thousands of dollars into the game. And for me, it's just not feasible. I can't, put that equity into a game that's going to recycle in 7 months' time for the sake of a few thousand views. So it's disappointing because I've spoken about this heaps on stream, and if you haven't come through the streams, links will all be in the description. But FIFA is the game I grew up on. It's the game that I'd say that I play the best. It's a game that I got the understanding, but when you're playing a game that's so heavily based on RNG, you can put all the effort in you want in division rivals, and I'm comfortably a Division 1 player that pushes elite towards the end of the season. Once you get to that point, in Foot Champions, there's too many ifs and maybes to then just concede 3 corner glitch goals that you can't stop in the last 10 minutes of a game, and you throw a 2-goal lead away. There's just too many broken mechanics. I know, I'll compare it to Football Manager, where they've got a similar broken mechanism, but it's not used every single game. Some people might debate that, where I've had games where I've had centre-back score 3 headers, but it's a once-off in multiple hundreds of hours of playing Football Manager. Yes, exactly. So it's happened to Seth so many times here. You said it in the chat, but the thing is, there's no address to that gameplay mechanic, because what EA are doing is they're saying, that's right, we'll recognise that it's broken this year, we'll fix it for next year. So we've seen years and years of we'll paper over the crack next year. It started with low-driven shots, where it used to be L1, R1, cross the keeper. Then it turns into green time finesses. Then it turns into tornado crosses, back post headers. And then it turns, every single year there's a overpowered mechanic. There was La Croquetas that you just run down the wing and La Croqueta the whole way down. So for me, I just look at every single thing that's happened this year on the game, and I just go, why did EA not make this experience the best? And at the end of the day, it comes down to money. So it happens every year, JS, with gameplay. I just want to address that one. I feel like the gameplay gets set out there. It's difficult. EA must see a drop-off in people playing because the skill gap gets too big. So the patch comes in, they make automatic defending more overpowered, so it brings the skill gap closer, so more people stay engaged in the game. That's sort of how I see that life cycle. So that first month of the game, there's a few factors. People are grinding their accounts, so they're more invested in it that way because they want to build the account like we've got here on our screen. But there's also a larger skill gap, so there's room for development. And footies, again, Seth, it's a good point. Another good promo that they do at the back end of the year because they want to generate interest for the next game. So from Team of the Year to Team of the Season, you might get one really good promo like the Rising Stars promo, which is normally good because it's players of interest, young kids that are playing well in real life will get a card that's then usable. But all that's driving is the casuals come back on and spend $100 because to millions of people, they go, that's right, I haven't played FIFA for 3 months because from Team of the Year to now, there hasn't been much. I'll throw $100 in. If you get 1 million people throw $100 in, you can do the maths for yourselves. It's a lot of money. So that's where I'm really at with FIFA at the moment. And for me, it is really disappointing. And as a small content creator, so I'm going to bring it back to what this means for me and for my channel here on YouTube. I'm making a decision to stop uploading a game that gets me considerable more amounts of views and interactions with other communities due to a few factors. One being the creative element that I can have around that content. I just can't produce videos that are unique because all that's really sought out from Ultimate Team is packs and pack rewards. Number two, ethically, the way the company's operating is just, I can't back it at this point because I see so many flaws in the way that they deal with their clients, or not clients, with their customers, because it's just, you got some of the biggest content creators that are left in the dark about their accounts, that they have spent money. And if that was my business, was to have an Ultimate Team account, I'm not going to name content creators, but if my business and my job was to make videos, so I've invested thousands upon thousands of dollars into this game and I've lost that account, that's someone's livelihood and that's someone's ability to make an income. So I feel like there needs to be more urgency, especially for the top people, because that's the way that they're making their money. So for me, I just think that's where EA really need to take a bit of a look at themselves and go, who are we doing this for? Is it for us or is it for our community? So, to how much EA makes, imagine how much people have bought the game for $100. Exactly. Like, we can't even fathom the strength of EA as a company. And you're not even talking just about FIFA. You've got all the other titles as well. When you're talking about Madden, and you're talking about every other game that EA release in their other markets. It's massive. It's an absolutely massive company. But coming back to what it means for me, is it probably means from a YouTube perspective that the channel, my channel may struggle. And I've had to sit and think about this for a week now. What does this mean for my channel moving forward? And it might mean that I do lose viewers because yes, other content will be going onto the channel, whether it's vlogs, whether it's Football Manager, whether there's something else that sparks my interest that I really want to upload and I'm passionate about. But I had to have a look at myself. I literally needed to, I was at a point where I just needed to go back to why am I uploading? Am I uploading for the sake of uploading FIFA, or am I uploading videos to this channel just for the sake of views? And I really, it's tested where I'm at as a creator, because I think ethically, I think I'm making the right step here. I'm going to make content on a game, number one, that I'm enjoying, number two, that I think I can have more influence on for my community, whether that's creatively, whether that's through the gameplay or through the help that it might provide someone that does watch it. So although Football Manager does have a smaller audience, I think, I think we're at a point where it's time for me to move away from FIFA, whether that's for the whole game cycle or whether we pick it up again on stream or back on YouTube. But I think at this point of the video, I'm at a point where I'm done with FIFA, because I just haven't seen that growth. So if you have any other views that you want shared, let me know in the comments. If you've enjoyed this bit of a rant video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in just football content in general or sport content in general, then this will be the channel for you. Go have a look. Socials as well. I've got the podcast, which there should be links to that on Twitter as well. My name's Paulie. I'll be here. Catch you guys in the next video.